Yes.
And then I said, I don't even want the handicap.
Are we recording? Is this happening right now? Because this feels like pretty good stuff.
No, it's not.
You're
recording.
like a Lex Friedman built robot. Like mechanically, every angle is absolutely perfect. Imagine if robots had bad posture.
All right, so is this the start?
Yeah,
This
this
is
is the
it.
start.
Francis Ellis on the show. Big get for us. Big podcast star in the big city of New York. Barstool sports star. And you're kicking off a run of guests for us.
Am I?
Yeah.
You guys are going to have to lean heavily on your guests.
Biggest. Why? Why do you say that?
You've run out of things to talk about? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. We got nothing to talk
Just
about.
having to do the yak every day.
Yeah.
It's actually impressive that we plumbed the depths. We should be fucking exploding right now like that billionaire submarine. How deep we're going with these convos. But with you in here, you're a breath of fresh air.
Totally.
Well, I appreciate that. I always like mixing it up with you guys. For some reason, on this show, I feel like I'm in a good position. I feel like funny shit's about to happen.
We'll change that.
You guys
quick.
lift us up. Not you so much, but definitely Roan.
That's my dog.
Yeah.
But you have a kinship with both of us. It's not like there's an unbalanced relationship. You and Hairball over here
Hairball.
have the stand-up thing going on.
Yeah, we do.
Totally.
And me and you work for the same company.
Well, we live
Me and you do work for Barstool.
and we
Sports.
live in the same building.
And we also live in the same building.
Yeah. But before we get into all that, I'm going to be in Philly this weekend.
Oh.
5 shows.
I posted an Instagram about it.
I
dude.
know. That was really
I
nice.
posted
very
an Instagram
appreciate
with
that.
the link for it.
I
I was
know.
like, my boy
Damn.
needs his.
I thought it was a joke at first because I saw you just screenshotted mine.
Now and then
Yeah.
I put the link over the top.
I
of
know.
it.
It was cool. Thank you.
If
But,
you don't have the money now for Harry's wildly expensive tickets,
they're not expensive.
I
They're the
will
same
be-
price as yours.
I will be in Philadelphia in April of 2024 at
Slashing
Helium.
How do you already know that? You know you're going to be in April of next year?
I was surprised to find out that I had a date that far out as well. But yeah,
I guess I'm gonna be
book
I'm going to be
that
in
far
Pittsburgh in April of next year.
out. Oh,
The
nice.
Improv. But I'm going to be in Philly this weekend.
This guy's giving me shit, and he has the exact same issue
Yeah.
that I do.
How could you possibly know what's going on in the future?
But I'm going to be in
By the way,
Philly. I'm going to be in
2036.
Philly this weekend.
Yeah. Now-
Packed out house, Philly Helium, great club, big guests.
If it was really packed,
Good
you wouldn't have to talk
times.
about it.
Yeah.
Just
no.
beware, buyers. The $25 list price for his ticket, that doesn't show you all the fees associated with that ticket. It actually ends up being a lot more expensive than that. Then there's the 2-drink minimum.
But
Again,
it's a good bang for your
Brutal.
buck.
you're going to want to save your
It's
money
a
for
great
April
night
of
out.
2024 for Philly Helium.
It's a great
You buy
night
it
out.
now, and then by then, inflation will have gone to such a rate where you're getting a big
Francis's
bargain.
tickets are $50
That's
for
wrong.
general admission.
$50 for a
Thinks he's
date.
Chris
You get a
Rock.
T-shirt, and you get a meet and greet, and you
Hell
get a
no.
free vinyl
Friend for
of a
life.
set and
Hell
a friend
no.
for life.
Pictures.
You get access, and that what's more valuable than access to a
True.
touring comedian?
There's
That's
nothing
it.
more. There's nothing more valuable than just 5 minutes with a touring comic. But yeah, I'm gonna be in Philly this weekend. Thursday is pretty much sold out. So if you wanted to go to that, sorry, you're gonna have to go to Friday or Saturday. So good luck.
5
See you guys
shows?
out there. 5 just phenomenal shows. It's gonna be magical, magical evenings. History is going to be made this weekend at Philly Helium.
Is that
Yeah.
where Matt McCusker filmed his special?
It is.
Yeah.
And I'll be gracing the stage this weekend.
Wow.
You don't deserve that.
I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking that I'm probably going to bring the thunder this weekend.
No, I could see you bringing the thunder.
I
Bring
hate
the
when
heat.
I'm not prepared to bring the thunder and then I just end up bringing it anyway.
Mm-hmm. That stinks.
I know.
Stinks to
I was like,
high
I did
heaven.
not expect to have to bring the thunder tonight.
but then it just queefs out of you.
And then it just slips out anyway.
Whoops! Did I just let some thunder rip?
I just let it rip.
Mm.
I listened to my full Helium set from last year. And my God, was that the most painful thing I've ever had to do. I had to listen to it on 150 speed because I couldn't listen to it normally. I just had to see
Do you
what I
listen to your
did.
sets?
I only go to the jokes that I'm working on.
Really?
So I just will skip to the part where I'm like, okay, and I'll even put in my voice note, I'll label it like Stand Thursday. Listen to the joke about that because I
Yeah.
said something funny about that.
I feel like you have a healthy enough relationship with yourself where you can you're palatable to you. you
yeah,
know?
I'm not bothered by me, but I get bored. I don't
It's like I know where this is going.
yeah.
Oh, I love playing back the hits.
Mm.
Going, I can't believe I said that. That was so funny.
I can't believe I said that.
I can't believe how fucking funny that was.
It was a funny show last time in Philly.
No.
Like my boys were dying laughing. Like
This
in
one
the
will be
second
so
show,
much
they
better.
watched your same act back to back, and they were dying laughing.
This one is going to be stupid. The pace that I was talking. This is why I don't drink anymore before going up. But the pace I was talking last year was like I sounded like I was ODing on like Xanax.
Mm. Oh, I just got a prescription refill of Xanax.
Oh fuck yeah!
Which I'm
Xanax?
so
Let me get one of
stoked
those.
about. Only like
me get one of
for
them.
flying long flights.
Yeah.
We didn't take. Were you Xanned up when we were going to San Fran?
No,
You were barred out and you didn't tell me.
San Fran.
San Fran?
That's
the
a new
hell,
nickname.
Dude, I didn't need any Xan out there. I was on that weed.
We had a
Hell yeah.
long. It was like a 7-hour flight.
Oh no, I didn't Xan it
You
up.
didn't
Remember, I
bar
played
out?
that game you taught me the
Oh,
entire
yeah,
time.
Oh, the
flight.
swipe game with the
Yeah,
algorithm?
2040.
I don't even think I sat back with my
No.
back against the seat.
I fell asleep and then I
'Cause it
woke
was-
up and he was
it
still
was-
playing.
The screen was so far forward that I just had to sit forward the entire time. And I had a splitting headache. Remember how bad my headache was?
Yeah, you were being a little bit of a drama queen.
From that.
Rolling around in the green room.
I was
need
in-
Advil.
I did need Advil.
I need
Because you
Advil.
taught me that goddamn game.
I know.
2024?
It also had nothing to do with the game.
That was 100%
Francis
the
played
game.
a video game for like 2 hours and was like, "This is fucking up all my entire DNA."
That's not right. That's not right. It
Imagine-
wasn't 2 hours.
My DNA has
It
been
was the flight out, which is
It was
6.
7 hours.
And then I downloaded it on my phone because you kept making fun of me for not being able to beat it.
I beat it like 10 times.
Yeah, because you didn't have a childhood.
No, it's just an easy game. I showed him how
You
to
never
play-
went
how to-
outside.
I showed him how to beat the game in one simple step, and he was like, "No, that's not the right way."
That didn't
And then
work.
he tried to come up with his like own algorithm to beat the game.
It didn't work the way you said it would.
It did.
And then finally I did beat it, but even then
you beat it like 3 months later.
It took me a long time because I had to
Did he
delete
use his
it.
algorithm?
I tried, but he kept saying he oversimplified it, and it wasn't that simple.
It wasn't that simple, but it is that simple. at
No,
the same
no.
time.
Well, that's what you need to stick to. That's your overarching strategy. But sometimes you have to make
have to make-
adjustments.
The
on
fact that
fly.
he's even writing code for a game to play is insane. Just mentally writing a little code for your airplane game.
It's not an airplane. It's a phone game originally.
Sometimes I think about sending him back to college.
I think you could.
I think we should pay for it.
he was
What do you
okay.
mean send. You guys don't have the option to send me.
We
back
could
to
send
college.
you to college.
Put
No,
you in
you
high
could
school.
not.
I could send you to boarding school, dude. You could be at a Northeast boarding school with
There's
the
no
hockey
way.
players real fast, dude.
Hell no.
It's either college or the Merchant Marines for you, boy.
Not after Philly this weekend. Everything changes after Philly.
Yeah, I guess you do make a lot of money when you charge that much.
They lose everything.
I have the standard headlining price. I don't even choose how much they are. And if they
$70.
ever were above $25, I would say put them back down to 25. I think they're 26 though. So I should talk to someone and say drop those back down to 25
$26.
now.
We should come in with
ticket?
300 single
That's
dollars.
not me. I'm not choosing that price. That's Helium. They
In
choose
these
that
times,
price.
in these times,
If it was me, free.
knowing that your
I don't even
audience
wanna get paid.
skews younger, no less. They're in starter
nonprofit.
jobs. They're in starter jobs. They're not.
They
you know,
skew minority too, and so they're underpaid
It's
as
a
is.
lot of underpaid minorities. It's a lot of underpaid. It's a lot of minority teens.
He actually redlines the seating chart
Yeah.
of his audience. He
He
basically,
buses in
yeah, he's like, all right, those nosebleed seats in the back, give those to anyone that looks
a certain
unlike
way.
me.
He definitely does, but it's cool.
Yeah.
I like do like the Billy Joel where I bring all the poor people up front. Doesn't Billy Joel do that? Doesn't he like? Isn't he like? I go to the
Didn't-
last row of the stadium and I get them and I bring them right up front.
Didn't they like bring homeless people into some award show one time or something? But they only let them like walk by the front row. They like could like wave,
I'm not gonna risk that. They probably were causing a goddamn ruckus.
probably
Bro.
stinking up the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Those
who
are the same
fuck
people
were
that
those
show
10
up for a
stinky boys that just rolled through. Those are homeless people.
No, they're the people that go to the Union Square for the PS5 giveaway.
I was there.
No, those are all.
I'm not surprised.
Those are all white 17-year-olds that say like start every sentence with "bro."
Bro
Bro wanted to shoot the cops, bro.
thought he was gonna kill the cops with the skull emoji.
Bro tried to throw a plant at the cops to kill them.
Do you think people are gonna be using emojis in real life in the future?
Like the way people say LOL out loud.
Yeah. When Nate said LOL today on the yak.
They did?
Yeah. I was thinking about that for
Hmm.
a little bit.
He's a little too old for that.
Mm.
Nate is
Hell
of
no.
age.
Nate's younger than you.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's too old to do that.
Old ass, old head,
I know. And
How old
you
are
don't
you,
hear me
Francis?
LOLing out loud.
I'm 34.
old head. Ah, no, you're not that old, Roan.
Yeah, 1 year
Takes
old.
the cake. Dude, speaking of that, I saw someone that I went to high school with at a bar this weekend on Saturday. A girl who was like 2 years older than me,
Yeah.
and
How's she doing?
I barely knew her.
How'd she
I'm
look?
saying,
How'd she
like,
look?
is she decaying?
She looked fine.
Okay.
She did this
Fine.
thing. She did this one thing that I've been thinking about nonstop, where she was like, "Oh, my parents always ask me about you, like if I ever see you out and stuff in New York." And she's like, "I remember when you were just like this big," and I'm like, "You were 1 year older than me.
Mm.
You were the same height." It's like,
Mm.
why are you talking to
Not
me
if
like
she's a
why are you
girl.
talking to me like I was 6 years old and you were 20? That's crazy.
Well, she's proud of you.
I remember when you were just little tiny.
A little 11th grader on breast milk.
Yeah.
But okay, here's my question. What is the age gap you need in terms of hiring a babysitter? How much older does a babysitter need to be than your children for them
I had
to
babysitters that were like 5 years older than me.
5
max,
is that
maybe.
the year? The number of years?
I think I,
mean,
had
people
one's
start-
closer. I think I had one's closer than 5, which
Yeah,
is not
probably
right.
Probably me too.
Really?
I think it's a little bit too close.
I
Hmm.
think I had babysitters that were like my older sister's friends.
Yeah.
She's 1 year older than me.
Come on.
Maybe I think it's also part of just like the idea of just being with there's a duo. There's two of you guys there. You're not just there running solo. Like someone's gonna be like, yeah, maybe don't drink bleach right now.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I was being a rascal to a babysitter one time and he slammed me up against the wall.
What?
And I was like, Mom, he slammed me, and she didn't hire him again.
Yeah.
You told on him?
Obviously not.
I told on
You
him.
told on him.
I told on my babysitter all the time.
I guess slamming me against the wall was, but I always felt guilty on it. I was like, damn, I lost that guy's job. But if he did slam me up,
Slamming
Yeah,
a child
that's-
against the wall as a babysitter is not a good idea.
One time we had this dude babysitting us, my sister and me, and he brought a friend,
Yeah, we
a
had
buddy.
that.
But that was fine. But then they cooked us dinner and they made eggs. They made scrambled eggs for
Ew.
us. And they made us 6 eggs. And it was supposed to be sort of dinner for everyone. And they put it on the serving plate, but the serving plate they used was just a regular plate.
6 eggs is not
And so
a
I
lot.
just started eating it, and they were going and making other things, and then they turned back and I had eaten it all. And they
Yeah.
thought I had eaten everyone's dinner.
They thought you were naughty.
Well, they were just astounded.
6 eggs is like that's,
6 eggs is not a lot of eggs.
especially for a growing boy. How old were you?
Probably 8. Probably 8 years old.
That is a hearty plate of eggs,
It was a
but
good plate of eggs.
I'd be more suspicious of these 2 men who are coming to your house to cook together,
I know.
like some fucking call me by your name shit.
Whoa, I like that. Yeah, good reference. Well, they did let us watch Keenan and Kel.
Strong reference. I hate you.
They let you watch Keenan and Kel while
Keenan
they
and
made
Kel?
out in the other room.
I think we watched Keenan and Kel. And we watched all that because those two always were back to back.
Yeah,
It was all
these were
that and then
TV
Keenan
shows.
and
I
Kel.
know, I'm aware.
Yeah.
TV shows were what happened before YouTube. YouTube's like early streaming shit.
Yeah.
No, it's
Secret
not.
Life of Alex Max.
TV shows actually were
Alec
never
Mack.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's like YouTube. I was trying to contextualize it for you.
Dumbass.
Hairball. What are you sad that you missed?
I didn't miss anything.
Yeah, you did.
From our generation?
What did I miss?
That's my question.
Black and white television?
What else? What else?
Keep it coming.
I don't know.
What do you look back on that we had that you didn't have that you're sad
like
about?
a 5 and 10 like toy store, 5 cents, 10 cents for everything in the toy store.
I had a pretty normal childhood.
We used to have this game, and it was a ring and a stick,
Mhm.
and you would hit the stick to along, and it would just roll down the
Stick
street.
ring.
It was incredible.
Sounds miserable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds so insanely boring.
No, you just beat that thing till it fell.
Yeah. You guys were playing with fucking wood.
We had these things called Lincoln Logs.
I had Lincoln Logs.
Lincoln Logs, Brio,
Yeah, I had a big old can of Lincoln Logs.
Lincoln Logs.
Came in a big tube.
Yeah,
You'd empty them all out and you'd make a little house.
it's interesting.
Before the internet. You missed that.
Nope, I was alive when we didn't have the internet.
No, you weren't.
I guess not.
Do you remember
You didn't have-
9/11?
We didn't have like a computer in our house.
You didn't have 9/11. We had 9/11.
I was alive for 9/11.
But I
You
mean,
didn't
come
have
on.
it.
You weren't conscious. That was our.
You didn't get scared. You,
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
I called my mom.
You didn't.
You didn't
have
get scared.
it.
Yes, I did.
You did it. You didn't
You don't
get
get to.
9/11.
You don't get to claim 9/11.
Like
dude.
you were spooked.
I called my mom and made sure she was safe.
When someone's like, "Where do you remember where you were on 9/11?" You can't say yes because you were
Yes, I
too
was.
young.
You were the size of a cell phone.
You
I
were
was
not
driving home from the grocery store with my mother.
Oh, you were driving the
Yes,
car?
I can ask her right now. She would say the exact same
No,
thing.
you weren't. You
And
were
we heard
in
it on
utero.
we heard it on the radio.
Yeah, you were a glint in your father's eye.
Your
we
mom
found
was
out. We
deciding
found
whether
out
or
it
not
was
to
on.
keep
We
you.
found out through the radio, and we were so fucking scared
You guys were sitting around the
because we
radio.
just didn't
like a
know what
family.
was going on, and we
How
didn't
old-
know
how old were
if
you?
there was another plane.
He was 0 years old.
I was in 7th grade.
We didn't know if the planes were going to come for the grocery stores in suburban Massachusetts.
Come on, what age were you actually? 9/11. That was 2001. What year were you born?
2001.
Oh, so he really was.
Yes, he was the size of a cell phone.
I was
Oh,
born in April 2001. I was probably 6 months old.
Yeah,
Not even. You were 5 months.
We were so fucking scared.
yeah.
I'll never forget that day. I remember I looked at my mom and I said, "Everything is
You
going to
put
change."
down the tit and looked at the TV.
I said,
What the
"Everything
fuck?
changes right now."
Mm.
You took your binky out of your mouth, fucking your jaw dropped.
Yeah, I said all that
Just
just pulling up to
astounded.
the airport 5 minutes before your flight. All of that changes.
I feel like this is a big thing that we have that he doesn't have. He doesn't get.
Big time. He's like, oh, what did you guys have?
Yeah.
Fucking baked in trauma, Islamophobia.
Yeah.
Bro,
you
it's
guys, you guys
changed.
must have been really scared in Philly.
You don't
You guys
think that
had
we
your
were,
own 9/11.
we were
going
right there.
You
We
guys
were
doing it to yourselves.
It wasn't even so much that we were scared. You know what we really had though was we had camaraderie
Yes.
and we had patriotism.
You've never
I know.
known
I remember when
America like
George
that.
Bush threw out that first pitch. At the
Don't tell
Yankees
me
game.
you remember. You just remember that from watching it on
I was
YouTube
so
yesterday.
Fucking. I remember I looked at my mom and I said, "If he did not throw a perfect strike there, this country could have crumbled."
Yeah, yeah.
that's really how you joke, but that's really how it was.
It
Dude. And we
was.
were so unified against
terrorism.
Yes.
Yeah. And the big thing we did, the big thing we did in rural Maine was when we'd all get to a four stop signs, 4 cars arriving similar times. Someone would say, "Go ahead," and then the next guy would be like, "No, you go."
Mhm.
And there was so much go ahead, so much graciousness, so much generosity of spirit. We are fellow Americans. We're all in this together.
Yep.
That people would just sit in their cars at 4 corner stops for like 10 minutes.
I know.
Red and blue, they all set down the flags. The Democrats, the Republicans, the Bloods, the Crips, everybody was with one another.
Everyone was joined.
And
Yeah.
the USA chants, you should have fucking heard them.
You should have heard them.
It
That's
was
probably
the only time this country's ever actually been united.
you might have heard them in the womb. Actually, the
It's not in the womb.
the USA chants.
I was out of the womb.
You hop back into the womb like a kangaroo. You
Yeah.
slept in the womb up to 9 months. I know that about you.
Mhm. Mhm.
Climb back in. But the USA chants at every sporting event,
Big deal.
they were fucking sick, dude. Have you ever even done a USA chant?
Yeah.
You probably have
Hundreds of
are
times.
ashamed to do a USA chant.
Yeah, you
I
probably
feel like I
kneel,
did a USA chant recently.
kneel
Where?
for the anthem.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
right.
remember.
Isn't that funny? We used to do USA chants at sporting events. Now we fucking kneel for the anthem.
His whole generation kneeling for the anthem. It's like, thanks a lot.
Fuck yeah.
I remember when the Boston bombing happened, I had a very similar feeling to how I felt on 9/11, where it's just pure. You're so scared and you just don't know.
No, you probably felt radicalized.
I think it's the fear of the unknowing. You know, the fear of not knowing. You know what I mean? That's how when I was
Yeah.
It's
If
just the
you
fear
if
of,
you'd
like,
ever
what's
run
going
another
on?
marathon,
Are we under attack?
mm-hmm.
Dude, then imagine that by times 1,000.
He can't.
You can't even imagine.
I was
it.
alive.
Your brain's too small,
You
dude.
weren't alive.
Yes, I was.
I don't count life for me starting until
You're like 2.
I was 4. I would say 4.
4?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, I think it's 2 to 4.
Because you weren't a child when it was 9/11.
Yeah.
No, I was a full man. I was a man. I almost got drafted.
You were not a man.
They were
They were
thinking about
drafting 7th and 8th graders
They
at
were
that
drafting
time.
me because we could fit in the caves.
How old were you?
I
You
was
said he's 7th
seventh
grade.
grade. Was it 12, 13?
13?
13?
You were not 13.
Sure
7th
was.
grade? Yes, you are. What are you talking about?
1989, bro.
Oh yeah, I guess you were 13.
It's 12 or something.
Put respect on his fucking name, dude. Put
Mhm.
respect on his life. Okay, let's take a second and talk about Game Time. Game Time, the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. I have been tearing it up on the concert circuit thanks to Game Time. And it was Tyler Childers this past week. It was so good. It was so fun. And it was all thanks to the good folks over there at Game Time. Last minute tickets, the best price guaranteed.
Guaranteed, created by fans for fans.
And Can we talk about the interface?
Can we talk about that interface real quick?
It's so smooth to interface.
The purchase process, Jake, takes just 2 taps.
and it's
just needed. You can do it. You can get it all done in 10 seconds.
It's faster than the other sites. There's no extra fees. I can do this off the top of my head with how much I'm using game time.
Totally. But I'll finish it off with the script. And once you buy your tickets, they're delivered directly to your phone. No printer needed. The app also allows you to easily share tickets with friends via text, so you can get into the game seamlessly. No waiting around saying, hey, I'm here. Are you here with the tickets? Send me the tickets. It's that easy. Skip the hassle and enjoy the moment. Download the Game Time app or go to the website, enter your email, and redeem code BOYDAD for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply.
Terms apply.
Back to the show. It's interesting.
He's lived through some shit. You haven't seen shit, bro. You think the George Floyd riots were like what you had. Like that was your exposure to national trauma.
That's all you've got.
I thought it was about to be the George Floyd riots again with the Kai Cenat shit.
Why?
People in the streets, it's like a familiar feeling. The riots in the streets.
It is that feeling of just fear. Of just wondering.
It's like, could I break into Macy's right now and steal something? If I wore the right clothes, would they identify me as the one who broke into the Louis Vuitton section of Macy's?
Dude,
you know, the reason that 9/11 started was because, like, the whole reason that it happened was because Osama bin Laden was doing a meetup. And he was giving away PlayStation 2s.
PlayStation 1s, yeah. Originals. He had Game Boys that he was giving away.
He had heard a rumor that there was a large quantity of PlayStation 1s.
Allah, Crash Bandicoot Warped.
In the top of the Twin Towers.
That feels cuttable.
No, I think it sticks. Because it's historic. That's what happened.
I'm just saying what I read. I'm not saying it's true.
That he heard.
Don't shoot the messenger.
He was trying to give away a bunch of. Was
it Game Boys or was it PS1s?
No,
I think it was
PS2s.
I want to say
PS2.
it was PS2.
PS2.
I want to say it was PS2s with the SingStar extension. It comes with the microphones. And those were tough to get.
And he was
9/11.
flying them in.
And he was flying them in. And it was a cloudy day.
And there was just, in the cockpit, they started fighting over who would get one. Who could like smuggle
who wanted the blue
off.
microphone versus who got the red microphone. I want to be player one. No, I want to be player one. What is that tower? 9/11.
Oh.
Yeah. Just accidentally. Just on
Whoa.
accident.
A lot of people died, Harry. I don't know if
he just doesn't. He doesn't get it.
Trivializing 9/11.
He just doesn't understand it.
You're telling this guy.
It's okay. He just literally can't comprehend. He can't wrap his mind around it.
Well, to him, it's just that first paragraph of the Wikipedia page on 9/11. That's all he. That's his.
I don't have to read the Wikipedia page.
The frame
I
of
wrote the
reference.
Wikipedia page.
It's true. The
Good.
black cloud of death.
Good segment. That was fun. We're fucking ripping today.
It is.
This is a good app.
It is a fucking blast.
Good app.
You're setting us off on our journey of having fucking guests on this show.
Well, Hairball and I have this kind of big brother, little brother relationship, and we get a little combative, but we never get mad.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes it so fun.
Totally.
It is.
Yeah.
It makes it. Well, you just bring. You don't let him be sad for too long. You let him leave him to his own devices. He's just going to get all sad. But you bring out
It's
that.
just the opposite. I'm so happy when I'm by myself.
You bring out the mirth out of him.
Yeah, we need a
Woke
little
up
mirth.
early this morning, throwing a podcast on the TV. Had some coffee.
You did?
Had a great time. Just laughed in my shaft off at only 9 a.m.
What show? What show were you watching at 9?
I was watching
I never heard that phrase before.
Nor have I. And I just love the image of
I haven't heard
someone
that since 9/11.
That was the last time we said it. Yeah,
They retired that.
We don't
phrase.
say that
They said
anymore.
there's nothing to laugh about. What's so funny? 9/11.
Shaft was ever since those elevator shafts.
Mhm.
We don't joke about shafts.
Well done. I was wondering how we could get there and tie that in. Yeah.
I was watching Dan Soder's new podcast with Luis Gomez and Joe List and Bobby Kelly.
That came
Yeah.
up on my
Yeah.
Really fucking
on my
funny.
I
algo.
bet.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Wait,
They
what's
just
it
kept
called?
comparing themselves to Protect Our Parks, and it was hilarious.
What was it? What's it called?
The Regs.
The Regs. And do they all do it together? Is it going to be them every week, or they were guests on the first episode?
I think it's supposed to be them every week, but I don't know if it's
Fire.
weekly or monthly or what.
That shit is fire. You were laughing the shaft
I
off.
was laughing my fucking shaft.
Prove
off.
it. Show your stump.
It's
Nothing
got
to see.
stump.
See it can.
What if the head's still there, but the shaft is gone? It's
Yeah.
all head now.
Like removing the leaf
Shaftless.
of your table. Like the dining room table. You just consolidate it
The
down.
leaf of the table. I haven't heard that in a fucking while.
Your leaf. Tables do have
I remember my
leaves.
dad used to when it was like a holiday coming up and be like, come on, we're gonna go put the leaf
Put
in.
the leaf in.
And that was always a fucking nightmare.
Wait, is the leaf the middle, or
Yeah,
is
it's
the
the
leaf
the
the
leaf is
ends?
the middle that extends it. And usually maybe there's two leaves.
We had one.
Okay,
Only
yeah,
one.
And
yeah.
I remember my dad just like just the noises he was letting out while trying to put the leaf in, and I would be like, I think it's in, because you have to like line it up perfectly
yeah.
to get the two pieces to go in smoothly. But it was always like he would come up to my room with like the look of just like away, like he was so mad that he had to put the leaf in, and he knew it was gonna be terrible. We
You-
both knew.
Mhm.
And you want to just leave it in. I feel like your family was big enough where you could have just left the leaf in.
I don't know why
all
we
year
didn't. I
round.
never understood why we didn't just leave it in, or just get a bigger table.
Well, it takes up a lot of room.
It was the leaf was like this big. It wasn't. It was adding like 2 dinner spots max.
Well, maybe your parents were aware that to have a normal dinner for whatever 4 people,
6.
6.
but like your typical dinner without the leaf in is 4, right?
No, 6 with the.
6.
How many families members? How many siblings do you have?
3.
Oh, and then when you had company, you would add the leaf.
When it was like Thanksgiving or Christmas or something, we were having people over. We'd go.
When
go
Pop
get
Pop
the
and
leaf.
Mima would come
Okay,
over.
so the table looks right with 6 seats around it, and then to make it 8, you walk into that room and you say that table's way too big for this family.
It would make it like 10.
Yeah.
So you just said
right.
2 seats. Now it's 4 seats.
Well, no, because you're forgetting about the heads of the table. You fools! You only thought about the sides.
The doctor was a woman.
Clearly, you're not thinking about the head.
It was an ice pick. It was-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You haven't even told us the
6,
shape of the
7,
table.
8.
I pictured it being round on the edges.
You don't add a leaf to
you
a
can.
round.
You can
You
make
could
a round
have-
one and a long
You don't add a
oval.
leaf to a round table.
Yes, you certainly could. An
Francis.
an oblong
Oh, you
table.
fool! You fool!
The ends could be rounded.
No. You'd have to put like a whole nother table around it.
What was the most people that came over to your house for a holiday?
Dude, all of my family members live in the same town.
Would they all go to your house though, or you
We rotate.
rotate? So some years it would be everybody at your house.
It depends. Christmas, usually my cousin, or Christmas Eve, our house. Christmas, my grandparents. Thanksgiving, my cousins. But we used to go to Chicago for Thanksgiving because my cousins used to live in Chicago.
Interesting.
That
What was the
was
most people you
fun.
you guys would have over growing up?
Well, we did host a Thanksgiving one year, and we had 2 sets of aunts and uncles, 2 grandparents, and then about 7 or 8 cousins.
Yeah.
Damn.
Plus
Were you
me
at
and
the
my
big
family.
table, the big
Probably
kids
like
table, or the
16
little
to
kids table?
18 people, something like that.
Damn.
Well, we all packed in around the table.
You didn't have a kids table?
Well, no, not that year that I'm thinking of. No,
Wow. Kids table was the best.
the kids' table is the best.
Kids table, you're just throwing down like chicken fingers. And
I have-
Capri Suns.
I have requested
Instead
to
of
be
dry-ass
seated at
turkey.
the kids' table at weddings.
I
and
still sit at the kids
typically
table.
that gets me uninvited.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
I
just
said
like the
I'm
smell
still.
of things.
I'm
Yeah.
22 and I'm still not allowed at the grown-ups table.
I could see that.
There's not enough seats. They're like, no, you guys are always going to be at the kids table.
Kids' table rocks, man.
Yeah.
Kids' table
I
rocks.
think a lot of people would disagree with that. I think a lot of people think of it as an indignity to be.
A lot of people want
forced.
to get moved up to the grown-ups table, and then you get moved up to the grown-ups table once, and you're like, this sucks.
Yeah, grown-ups table.
Bring me back
out.
to the kids table. Then
This-
now we just get fucked up at the kids table.
I met some kids this
20
weekend.
beers.
I met some kids this weekend who, that was a funny bit. We can keep talking about that.
No.
No, it wasn't even a bit. It was
You
being
found
dead
something,
serious.
and I didn't want to. I was pivoting off, but then you had some gas.
No, I've always got gas, brother. Don't
You
worry
had some
about it.
gas in the tank, and I
Don't worry
now
about
want to. I feel bad for.
Just try and keep up.
Well, I was moving on. I was moving ahead, and then you said,
I already moved on,
"Wait,
and you're still going about
there's
this.
more. Hold on." And then I backtracked.
I moved on an hour ago.
I feel like you want to talk about drinking at the kids' table.
I
10,
don't.
10 beers, getting fucked up. Ha ha.
No. It seems like you're insecure.
No, I'm polite.
You didn't even know you could drink at the kids' table. That's why.
Well,
That's what it's about.
typically if I'm there, I want to be like them and I'm having a root beer or something.
Yeah, that's lame.
Relating to the kids.
Well, it creates this conversation starter. Because then you're like them. They trust you. Next thing you know, people are opening up and it's more fun.
Are you still going on about the kids table, brother? I thought we moved on from that.
That was your topic choice.
No, it wasn't.
You were like drinking kids
You were
table.
the one that was like, I like to sit at the kids table at weddings because I want to look at all the little kids.
Which
I
was-
said Leafs in passing, and you're like, "Oh, Leafs. There's something here. Let's dig
Leafs.
into
We had
Leafs."
something there. I was glad we got into Leafs.
We did cover Leafs. We had a
Yeah.
lot of time on Leafs. I
was
think we
happy
devoted
with what we
enough.
did
That
with
was good.
Leafs.
That was good. We sank our
Yeah.
teeth into that. Yeah.
Okay, so that was just the offshoot of Leaves.
What were you gonna say, Francis?
At this point, I'm not sure it's worthy.
There's only one way for us to find
I'm
out.
sure it's worthy.
After the fact, we could be like, okay.
I'm gonna be in Philly this weekend, by the way.
Yeah,
5
for 100
shows.
fucking bucks a
5
ticket.
shows.
He's chopping off your hand at the door like a thief in Agrabah.
Like a thief in the night.
I met some kids this weekend. I met some kids.
Children?
Yeah.
Yeah, I met some kids and they didn't know me and they liked me without knowing me, which was cool.
That's fire.
Yeah, they didn't know my name and we one of them had a
They knew you were,
pacifier.
or they know you like worked at Barstool though.
No, I don't think
They
they
weren't like we've seen you on Barstool.
Well, they probably knew, but they couldn't place me.
Yeah, yeah,
They probably were like, "I've seen that guy.
yeah.
How do I know you?"
What age are we talking about?
So I think one was probably 2.5 to 3 ish.
Oh, so they definitely watch pizza reviews at least.
Yeah, they saw me stop traffic on the shoulder.
Yeah. They know chicken fried stuff.
Yeah, they're BFFs fans primarily, but they'll watch an occasional pizza review and then tune into like Pardon My Take in football season.
Makes sense.
So they one of the kids had a pacifier, but it was like it had a giraffe attachment. It was a very dangly pacifier.
Huh.
So it was like a pacifier, and then there was this big stuffed animal that came off of it.
Seems heavy.
And he came up to me and tried to feed one of the legs of the giraffe into my mouth.
Okay.
And then I took it, and then we played tug of war.
Oh,
Like a dog.
right.
Yeah,
Very interesting.
and it was a really good game. And both
I've
of us,
seen videos of Joe Biden doing that.
yeah, just like that. That might be the very one, actually. That's
that
exactly
feels
right.
like a fucking whole ass. That's a hassle.
That's too much binky.
Yeah, way too much. You don't
That's
want a
gonna-
heavy binky. That's gonna hurt the neck.
This kid's gonna have a Taquillo Spikes neck.
Look, I wasn't about to shame him for the weight of his banky.
Well, I would
but
be shaming the parents.
I don't do that. Everybody
start.
parents their own way.
You should start.
Everyone's on their own journey. Okay, so you're gnawing on this binky.
I'm playing tug of war with him, and he's giggling his head off. We haven't talked to each other.
Yeah, because he can't understand words.
Well, he can't speak because he's got a pacifier in his mouth. But I had chosen the right way to play the game. I was
Yes.
like, we're going to play tug of war. And then he's giggling, and I let go, and he flies backwards. And then he comes in and he goes, again, more, So we do it probably like 10 more times. And then his sister got involved, and she's 2 years older, maybe a year and a half older. And she was sort of, I don't know, getting more like aggressive with the game.
Yeah.
Like he was pulling with his mouth, but she was pulling with her arms. And so then I pretended that the strength of the two combined children was actually pulling me out of the chair. And my grand finale was to tumble onto the floor. And then they jumped on me and we all like pig piled. It was really fun.
Yeah, it sounds like a good
Really fun.
Sounds great. My ideal Friday night.
It was-
does sound fun as fuck.
It
bro.
was
That was probably
awesome.
like playing with a gaggle of new puppies.
Yeah,
dude.
I get excited when parents see that I'm really taking over the play and that I'm relating to the kids. Oh, he's going to be a great dad.
Yes.
That guy. I want
Yes.
that. I
Yeah.
want that. The problem was
with no undertones.
none and no introduction. I didn't know the kids' names. They didn't know my name. They just knew I was a friend. Here's an ally. I'm going to hang out with that guy. Problem was, this was right before bed, and I wound them up. So it took a long time to
get
put them down.
Yeah.
So were the parents a little bit upset with you? Like,
It was hard to
hey,
tell. They seemed to like that I had done that because they were like, well, now they'll sleep better because they had some exercise
Yeah.
kind of stuff,
Took him for a
stimulation.
walk.
But without saying it, I could tell they were like, next time maybe come an hour earlier
Yeah.
if you're going to play that game.
Definitely.
if you're gonna play rope tug with my children,
Yeah.
if you're gonna tug of war with your teeth with my children.
I mean, it was
Do you
feral.
guys have plans to play again?
Feral. I hope so. The family was awesome. They were super cool people. I
They
liked
sound
them
like
a
it.
lot. Just really cool. We played ping pong. It was fucking great.
you dominate in ping pong or what?
We were just having such a good time that we weren't even playing. We were just rallying.
Yeah.
Did
But
you
we were-
ever? Or did you ever contemplate like sneaking back, being like, "This ping pong's not even scratching the itch, not even come close.
I'll be honest with you.
I want to go play."
I
tug
had
of war
eaten
again.
some hallucinogenic mushroom chocolates.
Oh, okay.
And so I had no interest in trying to create a
Wait,
competitive environment.
were you on the mushrooms when you were chewing with the kids?
I had taken them at that point, but I don't know if they had
They were on their
set
way.
in yet. They must have, because it felt great. Having kids jump on you, people's elbow, my rib cage. I loved it. I was laughing my head off. I loved it.
Yeah,
That is the dream. Just
Yeah.
that's
be on a
probably more
bunch
what
of
the parents were
mushrooms.
mad about.
Yeah.
You're tripping balls, like throwing their kids around.
No one was mad. The parents are furious.
Yeah.
They loved it. They loved it.
You're dragging them around. See, that was worthwhile.
Yeah.
That was worthwhile to bring up.
That was the story.
Where
there.
was this?
That was on Saturday.
Where?
We went upstate. Went up to like the Hudson Valley.
Classic.
Yeah, it was a good
Classic.
time.
That's upstate. That's classic upstate activity.
I saw a fucking ad for a boutique hotel in the Hudson Valley, and
Oh,
it
boy.
looked so fucking kitschy and fancy. And
I think I know
just-
which one you're talking about.
it-
You're talking about the Auberge one?
maybe,
Or are you talking about
or I don't know. It might have been smaller. It might have been more boutiquey.
they just built like a big time
That
hotel
train
up there.
up by the Hudson up to Albany
Sick.
is so nice.
How long did it
gorge.
take to get to the Hudson Valley? 2 hours?
Our place is like 2 hours away, yeah.
You take the train or you drive?
I took the train both ways. I took the train this morning.
Nice.
I got on the 7:11 a.m. train. That was early.
Not bad. I was already up.
I doubt it.
I was up laughing.
Probably still
I was already
up.
on my second cup.
laughing shaft.
Yeah.
That's why you were having that panic attack today. That's why you've been begging him for some of his Xanax.
Well, I wasn't having a panic attack today.
You said you were right before the act started. You're like, I should not have drank all that coffee.
I drank too much coffee. I was a little jittery. I wasn't having a panic attack. You would know if I was having a panic attack. It would be a
Would we?
fucking scene.
How does it look? Help! Come on, do you yell for help?
Yeah. And I go,
What do
"Call-
you
call
feel?
911, call 911, call 911.
Do you feel like
I feel
you're
like I'm having a heart attack.
a heart attack?
Yes.
Can you breathe?
No.
How many have you had?
2.
Where did they happen?
In my car.
Really? Both?
Yes, both
As
of
you
them.
were driving?
Yes.
What brought them on? Do you know?
No.
Just random, like Tony Soprano.
Completely random. Driving my friend home.
Was this while you were at out of high school and college?
No, I was in high school at this point.
For both of them.
Yes.
But that's why you got on the other stuff.
Kind of.
That makes sense.
Mm.
Having panic attacks is scary as fuck.
Oh, yeah. I was
Yeah.
paralyzed.
You were
Yeah, couldn't move, couldn't bend my legs.
driving.
Do you think
too?
it had anything to do with your residual fear from 9/11?
It stemmed.
Mm-hmm.
It was baked in
Definitely.
unprocessed trauma.
It definitely was like I was having flashbacks. I was thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
You're driving along the road by the Pentagon. You know that the plane was flying right over the highway, just like parallel to the road on the way into the Pentagon.
I did know
You don't know shit about that. dude.
remember hearing about that. I was like, it's crazy.
I watched it with my own eyes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, right, dude. All right, guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about Groove Life. Have you ever had that problem with your wallet where it's too bulky or it never fits where it's supposed to fit? It's got that stupid bulge in your pocket. It really will make you hate your wallet. But if there's anything you want to have a good relationship with, it's your wallet. You want it to look sleek. You want it to look cool. Luckily, this podcast is sponsored by Groove Life, and Sass is holding one of those wallets in his hand right now. I'm opening one up. They're elite. They're just some of the best wallets in the game. It's 2023. Why would you use a wallet from 2003? Now's the time to update your wallet game with Groove Life. It's a sleek, low-profile wallet that is engineered for everyday use. One simple thumb motion perfectly fans out up to 6 cards for easy access to find anything that you need. Durable, high-quality aluminum outer shell, and it's unlike any wallet that you've ever seen. I mean, look how sleek this thing is. It's just
Damn sleek.
so straightforward. Plus, they launched a new attachment, the Groove Wallet Go, a perfect low-profile companion for your Groove Wallet. iPhone 12, 13, or 14 that uses the microsuction technology. This wallet's so slim, you can keep it in your front pocket. You will barely know it's there. It's time to bring your wallet game into the 21st century. Head to groovelife.com/sun for 20% off all Groove Life products. That's the best offer you'll ever find, but you have to use my link, groovelife.com/sun for 20% off your first order. One last time, groovelife.com/sun for 20% off your first order. Look how nice these are, though. See how it just sticks right on there? It's magnetic. You got these Groove Life belts, too. Magnetic buckle, adjust once to the perfect stretch. I mean, you can't beat this stuff with a stick.
No, this is good. This is good stuff.
All right, back to the show. Dude, you don't fucking know.
Well, speaking of the Pentagon, I will be in Arlington, Virginia at the Draft House in
Dates?
November,
Oh,
I think.
and if you want to go to see someone at the Draft House before that, I believe I'll be there in October.
Yeah, but again, you're gonna just if you want to get price gouged, go see Harry. You want to pay
If you want to get
fair
your
market
bang for your buck,
come see your
when you
boy.
come see me, you're paying for a better show. Is what you're doing. You're paying for
I don't know about
quality.
that. I don't think that's true.
You're paying for
I don't
quality.
think that's true.
You're paying for an experience.
Yeah.
It's like going to the box. You go see my show and you're
Someone's
What do you
stapling
know
their
about the box?
nutsack
you
to-
leave like you leave like a changed man.
Have
You're
you
like,
been to
"That
the box?"
was shocking.
There's no chance you've been to the
That was
box.
stunning. I'm scared. I'm happy. And
He's never
I'm-
been to the box.
Hasn't.
He hasn't. I haven't been to the box either, though.
I've been, but I wasn't happy to be going.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
I don't like it.
say.
Tyler went.
Tyler went recently. Tyler went
Really?
like last night.
No, it was like 2 weeks ago.
People just say they've had a good time when they go. Did you have a good time?
No.
Yeah, I had a terrible
No,
time.
I had a lot of fun, but the show was nothing I'd pay for. It was a free ticket.
so
like,
overrated. Yeah.
I heard that some of the times you can just get ripped off and there's not even any naked people on stage.
there was just naked people everywhere.
Yeah, I've heard. I looked it up and I was reading about it. It said sometimes it's just a normal like magic show or
It
some
was a
shit.
little Wednesday night weekday box.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
spur of the moment box.
That's when it hits, though. That's when the real creeps go.
Yeah, when they staple their nut sacks to their
Yeah.
fucking
you know,
breast
there
milk.
was stuff like that, and it was
Did you see that Rosebud character?
is that the one that like shit out all the soup?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
yep,
is
yep.
so dumb.
I
I don't
watched
even know
that
why anyone would
Character
go to that.
stick the shaft of a plunger all the way up their asshole.
Yeah, no, yeah, I did that, and then it stuck like soup down it in a diaper, and then like
Oh, yeah.
Triple H spit it out. But
Yeah.
through her
It's crazy that
asshole.
that's like
It's disgusting.
that's work, and they're just at the job, and like they're between like shifts. There's probably like a break room, and that they're just eating turkey sandwiches and shit like that, and like going to work every single night and putting a stick up your ass.
This girl did that with a sword, and then turned out she was a sword swallower. But we found out after it was just up her ass. It
Oh.
was
Is that like
insane.
something that like is that like just like a glorified version of like a freak show?
Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
bougie,
probably.
like smoke machine.
Yeah.
Dark room.
Are the people like hot?
it's-
Is it like hot people doing this?
No, but good looking
Uglies?
people go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a very trendy place and has been for many years now.
I wonder if there's.
They gotta shut that place down.
I wonder about the stuff that you can't like find online and get tickets to, like the businessmen meetings and shit like that. Like that
Mhm.
the high end finance like
Eating-
guys who have been in the game for 20 years
Yeah.
and they're like tired of like the box is child's play to them.
Eating sushi off people.
Yes,
I played in an underground poker game once.
really,
That was high end, and it was
Really?
so cool.
really.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? High end? What do you mean high end?
Well, like you had to know
Password?
a person, and there was a password, and you went in, and then it was like just in this,
What was
it was
the
like
password?
Molly's game type of thing, but they had real poker tables set up, and then there was a TV and sports were on, and there was like a bartender.
What was the password?
I don't remember.
You gotta remember.
There may not have been a password, but you like had to have.
Not so exclusive then, was it?
or you have to
Wow.
know so if you say
Sounds like you
someone
just
on
went
the
to a
list-
casino. Yeah, we had to like show our IDs to get in.
bring you drinks.
There was
the
poker
service was
tables.
slow. No, Owen used to go to like a shipping container.
Oh, we
to
used
play
to play
it.
in shipping containers.
What?
Yeah.
He used to- oh,
yeah.
That's
In, like,
awesome.
Queens.
It'd be like
Yeah.
the one guy who spoke English and was just guessing.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just all Asian bros in a shipping container smoking cigs inside. So it was like yours is obviously not that.
I'll
Yours is a
raise you.
high-end-
I'll raise you that Estonian woman over there,
yeah, it was definitely taken.
just sitting on that pile of bananas.
They definitely just were drug-induced sex slaves
Yeah.
in a good and positive way.
Definitely a positive.
But there has to that shit has to be going on in New York. I mean,
Yep.
there has to be some weird ass. What movie is it where they're like like ass to ass?
Human centipede.
No,
It's
it
face to
was
ass, face to ass.
like Requiem for a Dream or some shit like that, or
Oh, yeah.
25th Hour or some shit like
Mm.
that.
I know in that was it Enemy with Jake Gyllenhaal. Have you guys seen that?
Uh-uh.
In the beginning of that, he goes to one of those like weird sex freak places, and it's just a bunch of like rich dudes sitting around watching.
Huh.
That's you got to be a real freak to go to that stuff
And just sit and watch.
like by yourself.
That's
Dude,
unrealistic.
It was someone's birthday at the table we were at, and like one of the waitresses came over. It's like, oh, let's get you like your famous birthday drink. Whipped out her whole tit and like rang it like a towel. She came in and then she made the chick drink it, and she was like, it was her birthday, and she was like traumatized.
Wait, it was breast milk?
It was something.
She rang her
Yeah.
breast out?
Yeah, like a towel. It was like
Wait,
disgusting.
hold on. I'm a little confused. Was she squeezing her breast and squeezing a liquid out of her nipples?
Yeah.
So it was breast milk.
You would assume, but it came out like a fire hose, brother. Like it was
Breast milk might come out like that.
It was crazy. That was like the first, like,
Yeah,
you
do you have
just sat down and you're like, holy shit. Like, we were here for 30 seconds.
Yo,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
That's when we all looked at each other because, like,
Wow.
the people we were with, like, one of them thought it was a nightclub. And we got there. I'm like, brother, this is not a nightclub.
No. They call it sort of a burlesque. I don't know. It's like the same people who try to tell you that 11 in Miami is not a strip club, that it's a cabaret. It's like, shut the fuck up. You place dollars into the thongs of dancing naked women.
Yeah, naked women walk around and ask you for dances and
lap
money.
dances
Yeah, they
and
offer
stuff.
you money.
Yeah.
Or offer you dances for money.
Mm-hmm.
It's
should
very
go.
interesting.
We should just go together.
We should do an
The
episode
whole
from the
show.
It
box.
would be
Yeah.
fun to do that all together. In fact, you don't have a problem staying out late.
No,
You just don't. You just not like clubbing and
No.
loud music and stuff.
I like to sit at a table and get shit faced.
Well, we could do that at a
That's what you do.
nightclub.
No, I don't like being in loud places either.
It's more fun to talk.
Yeah, I like to talk.
I was in a nightclub with him one time, and he just plugged his ears and rocked back and forth the entire time. I never saw anything like it.
I was with one of my friends this weekend, and he was like, I remember when we went to that club last year, and you left right away. They all walked in, and we like waited in line, and we walked in, and we went downstairs, and I turned around and just got an Uber and went home. I was like, I can't fucking do this.
It's the right call.
Like body to body, can't move.
Yeah, not
Waiting
good.
for a drink takes 3 hours.
You used to be a nightclub guy, though.
Okay, yes, I would get up for it occasionally as a celebratory thing. More of, oh, it's someone's birthday, or there's a reason for this. But the ones I liked were typically the ones that had the day parties. So like
Like at
occasionally,
Montauk or some shit, or
no,
like
in New York, I'm talking
rooftop.
PhD. The Dream Party was my favorite one.
I don't
I've
know.
been there.
So that's
fun.
Yeah, it's like
Fun as
7.
hell.
It starts at like 7 p.m.
Yeah,
or maybe no, not even. It starts
I think
at
it's
like
earlier than that.
5 or
Yeah.
something, and it follows. It's everyone goes to Lavo Brunch,
Mhm.
which starts at like whatever noon, 1 p.m.
The brunch is good.
and it's good. You know about this stuff?
Yeah, I've done it.
And did you
just
like
said you
that?
hate clubs.
I thought the brunch was fine.
So then why don't we do that? That
I
would
don't
be
know.
fun. Turn up at a brunch.
Turn up at a brunch, and then we all go over to.
PhD, catch
PhD.
sunset at the Dream, get a table there. And it's whatever, the 50th floor of the Dream Hotel. And
Yeah.
it's all glass. So you watch the sunset over New York. But it's a great time to party because the party ends at like 9:30, and you just go home and you're like, oh, I'm fucked up, but I'm going to bed at a decent hour.
That does sound fun.
Instead of having to, be out till 3 a.m. and need uppers to get you through it.
Dude, I went to a bar in Brooklyn this weekend that might be my new favorite bar, as far as atmosphere.
Do
Talk to me.
tell. Do tell.
In Red Hook, called Brooklyn Crab.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That place ruled.
It's
I'd never
amazing.
been there before.
It's amazing.
That place is really nice.
They've
What?
Shut the fuck up.
What? I like that place. The Crab Hotel. It's on the 50th floor. There's glass windows.
Wait, let's just talk about going to the stand every night then. Let's just talk about having the same meal at the stand, having the same amount of drinks, and then walking back and just living life on a moving walkway.
I don't do that, man. Alrighty, let's talk about Z-Biotics. Wow, this is big. We all have busy lives these days, and we cannot afford to waste a day stuck on the couch because of a few drinks the night before. Z-Biotics is the answer that we've all been looking for. Z-Biotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists. to tackle rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic bioproduct in the gut. In this bioproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. ZBiotics produces an enzyme to break this bioproduct down. It's designed to work like your liver, but in your gut, where you need it most. Just remember, drink ZBiotics before drinking alcohol, drink responsibly, and get a good night's sleep to feel your best tomorrow. Every time I have ZBiotics before drinking, it makes such a difference the next day. Even after drinks the night before, I know I'll be able to
Do stand-up comedy.
do stand-up comedy.
And go to zbiotics.com/boydad to get 15% off your first order when you use boydad at checkout. You can also sign up for a subscription using our code, so just stay prepared no matter what time or occasion. ZBiotics is back.
What was our code?
Boydad.
Oh.
I'll say it again, though. Boydad. I'll
Sounded
keep
like
on
you-
coming
sounded
back
like
to
you
it.
missed it.
No. zbiotics.com/boydad, just like I said. ZBiotics is back with 100% money-back guarantee, so if you're unsatisfied for any reason, then I'll refund your money, no questions asked.
No questions asked. Not even a single question.
Remember, head to zbiotics.com/boydad and use code boydad at checkout for 15% off. Thank you to ZBiotics for sponsoring our episode. Now back to a fun one with Francis Ellis. Let's talk about doing the exact same thing.
I go out all the time.
If Harry's living dangerously, he'll start with a Peroni, but
That's
it's
not
only a
true.
matter of time before he says, "Can I just have a Bud Light?
Yeah.
Can I just?"
I don't start with Peroni. If I'm living
It's
dangerously, I
like, they're
start
going to
with a Bud
cancel me
Light.
for this, but give me a Bud Light.
Coors, can I,
Feel the
can I just have a Coors Light?
I'll just do a Coors.
Yeah, let's
Just
have
do
a Coors.
Thank you.
That place felt like a vacation. Though.
It's sick. I had a birthday party there once.
did?
Yeah, for real.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
You were not invited.
Yes, I was. It was right after 9/11. It was me, Francis.
Actually, after Brooklyn Crab, we went to Bounce, and on the Uber there, I got out once we got into Manhattan. I was like, "Hey, sorry guys, I need to go get something," and I went into a Starbucks and threw up, and then I came back out and went to Bounce and rallied
That's amazing.
because it
So
was
it sounds
my
like
birthday.
you just complete. Oh, it was your birthday?
yeah,
Okay, that makes sense.
I had to rally.
Yeah. You couldn't just leave them out.
Oh, I was
party.
thinking of the club that you were talking about. I was like, that kind of sounds like if you just went to Bounce after, then that just defeats the purpose of like, we're going to go to bed early. It's just more just drinking longer.
No, we didn't. It wasn't one of the. Well, it was a daytime thing because Brooklyn Crab's cool. You actually would love Brooklyn Crab. It's like
It's
all
right. It's like a fisherman's. Like it
Yeah.
feels like it's at the
there's
beach.
seagulls swooping
That's fun.
overhead. You can take a ferry there.
I do like that a lot.
And there's like cornhole and
Yeah.
fucking
Putt-putt.
and
Mini golf.
bocce and
Yeah.
shuffleboard and outdoor games and stuff. And then there's really good food and good drinks.
I went to
It's
I walked down by the water this week on Saturday morning.
Holy fuck, dude!
What? Are you?
No, I walked down by the water and they were giving out these free like prebiotic sodas. It's good as hell. Got a grape one.
Were they proudly GMO?
No.
Hmm.
Zero GMO. Prebiotic though. Very good for the gut health.
Prebiotic.
Yes.
I like a prebiotic. Or what is it? Is that Bubble? What's the name of the prebiotic soda? Or it's like bubbly or some shit like that. Some stupid. They
Oh, yeah,
usually
I've seen
suck.
that. I've
They
seen
usually
Bubbly
are
is normal
terrible.
seltzer. These ones are really good though.
Mm.
So good that I actually went to the store and bought some.
Holy
Damn,
fuck! No
One
dude.
free ads,
doing a
dude.
can a day.
You also were on that diet Dr Pepper. I had one because it looks so fucking
They
delicious
are
as
so
you were
good.
drinking it.
Mm.
You ever have one of these?
No.
So good.
Oh my god,
Really?
dude!
So good.
They're an elite soda.
Wow. Okay.
I
Fair
don't go
enough.
Better than
crazy over
Diet Coke, but you can't have them as consistently as you can drink Diet Cokes.
Once a month.
You
for one
can't
of
put
these?
down 10 of those in a day like you do Diet Coke.
I like a Dr. Pepper.
The diet. It's the exact same. It's the only soda where you sacrifice nothing to have the diet.
Oh, it tastes the same?
The exact
It's
same.
not all aspartame and
No. It's all natural.
No.
no chance.
It's a natural sludge.
No
It's made
chance
from
that's
Dr.
true.
Pepper plants.
It's a natural sludge flavor.
Have you ever had a Dr. Pepper bomb?
The shot? I think
Yeah.
so.
Good as hell.
I
What's
believe
that?
So.
It's like what is
Dr.
it? It's
Pepper
like whiskey or something, and then
whiskey.
you drop it into Bud Light.
I think
Dropped into a
is it?
Bud Light.
Yeah.
That sounds like a boiler, or what's that? There's a name for
A
that.
bear fight. You ever have a bear fight?
No, what's that?
Bear fight is an Irish car bomb with a Jaeger bomb following it. It's just those two back to back.
That's nasty for the stomach.
I used to do those in Florida.
And just shit your brains out.
Yeah, and shake all night and not have a great time, to be honest with you.
I'll see TikToks of guys who are like, eat this pepper. If you can eat this pepper and not drink this gallon of milk within the first minute, I'll give you $100. And a guy will just be out on like a strip of nightclubs, chomp down a pepper, wait the minute, then chug a gallon of milk to get his $100. Like, you're ruining your night for $100.
That's crazy.
Yeah. For like
just,
2 drinks.
Yeah, that's not enough.
Yeah.
That's not a good price for you to wreak havoc on your asshole.
No.
Oh yeah, you
But
got to
there's
go
no
right
one-
home after that.
I don't think there's anyone that could just withstand that and be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna drink for the rest of the night. Chewing
After
down
just
like a
throwing down
habanero
milk
and
and
milk on
peppers.
top of it.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's so fucked. I don't think people even like have tough stomachs like that.
No. The one I want to try is the one where if you can hang from the bar for
A minute?
a minute or something.
I've heard that's a lot harder than people think.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
You definitely could do that.
Well, there's a technique to it. The problem is the bar rotates.
Well, the fake ones do, like the ones that you see at like a fair, right?
Well, I don't know.
I think there's some ones that where it's just like the military will have it and they're not trying to fuck you up.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't rotate.
Well, I could probably just hang from a stationary pull-up bar for a minute.
Yeah, but I think that's hard too, though.
It's harder than you'd think, brother.
I don't know. I think I could do it.
But what's the strategy for the rotating one?
Well, apparently you want to adjust your hands, but as soon as you start, you're supposed to be over the top of it, and as soon as you start going like that, you're fucked. You have to keep your hands over the top.
Engaged, so it's a big forearm exercise. Your forearms look meaty as hell, dude. They look strong.
I got some serpents.
Medium as hell.
I got a
Tiny ass
well-fed
forearms.
A well-fed snake right there. That's an anaconda.
Yeah?
Yeah, your friend's in there. Bo's in there.
Yeah.
I ate him earlier.
So what, you're supposed to like just like hooks pretty much?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hook him.
With the amount
Hook
that
'em.
we talk about the gym, like we should have forearms like Francis's.
Hell no. We're
All we
observers.
talk about
We're
is
coaches.
the gym. Yeah.
Coaches are never in playing shape.
I listened to The Art of War on Books on Tape this weekend.
Sun
Tzu.
Sun Tzu? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
But
never listened to it. Or I've never read it either.
it was like it's like a public domain book, and it's like an hour and 15 minutes. I
Yeah,
was like,
short.
oh, these people who are like,
Oh, it's that short?
It's like an hour 15
Super
minutes.
short.
It's a joke. So I was like, okay, I just want to be able to say I read a book today and rip through it.
Nice.
But part of that is like you don't have to know how to. You might know how to take a city, but that doesn't mean you can do it.
Uh-huh.
Like we know all the workout tricks, but we can't get our forearms fucking meaty as that shit.
Totally.
I see now that it's a metaphor. I was going to say I have no idea how to take a city. I wouldn't know where to begin taking a city.
I don't know. Where do you think you began to take a city?
Well, he says wall cities. Sun Tzu's like, bro, don't do that shit. If the city has walls, that's the last thing you want to attack.
Really?
You don't want to attack a walled city.
Yeah, well, then you can only lay siege. Really, that's the best way.
Yeah.
You're going to want some catapults, and you're going to want to stop the supply of water and food into the
That's
city.
what I was thinking too.
choke them out.
And just starve them out. Yeah.
I was thinking shut off the power.
Yeah, that's what
Good way to
Sun
take
Tzu
over.
did.
Mhm.
He just snipped the electric. He like didn't let them watch cable.
As far as I can tell, in more recent times, the only person who's successfully taken a city was Bane.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he just got a bunch of prisoners,
Yeah.
which I don't really know why they were so stoked to like work for him.
Who else? Kyle Rittenhouse kind of did.
Yeah, briefly.
Who else took a city? Took the entire
Well, I guess
city.
Russia has taken a few Ukrainian cities, but
But I think they took him back kind
they've
of.
taken them back. There's been a little bit of a give and take there.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely.
A little 30-day
Chernobyl.
return policy on those cities.
The
And-
only way I can tell is when Sass puts the Ukraine flag or deletes it from his Twitter profile. I wish he put up the Ukraine flag at the beginning of
I
it
know.
all.
Surprised I didn't. That is something that I would do. Just no idea what's going on.
I saw a guy on the highway driving a convertible, and he had a massive flag coming out of the back seat of his convertible that just said "fuck Putin," and it was in the Ukraine colors. And he was smoking one of those ridiculous
Cigars.
vapes.
Oh.
One,
Have you ever seen the big cigars that are like this thick?
No.
No? Those are funny. Who was the rapper that was smoking one of those? R. Kelly? Yeah, it's R. Kelly. All right, continue. We can pull up the R. Kelly video after.
No, we're on to R. Kelly
No,
and
this
cigars
It's
now.
funny. It's a funny ass video.
What are those big vapes that have when you
The
when
mods.
the one you blow a cloud of smoke?
box mod.
Yeah, he was hitting it every 4 seconds.
Yeah.
And it was like a smoke trail. There was like a vapor
Yeah,
trail
those things
from
are
his car.
insane.
Yeah. Those things are fucking crazy.
Bro, you know the dudes that Barbershop on Pearl?
Yeah.
All the guys who worked there at the beginning of the Russian-Ukraine conflict, like a new guy started working there, and he said he was Ukrainian, and he's Russian. Like I found out a little.
Dude, I used to do a bit about this.
Really?
I know exactly that barbershop, and I know exactly the guy you're talking about. He has tattoos.
Yes.
He said he had just come over like 3 weeks earlier.
Yes, from the Ukraine.
And I had a bit about it for a bit where I was like, wait, you're like 24 and you left. You coward.
Yeah.
Like, why aren't you over there
Dude, well,
fighting?
he's actually Russian, and he was just new. He like wanted a good tip and was like afraid of the anti-Russian
What the fuck?
Like I found out like a couple
Dude, that guy cut my hair and pulled the same shit.
said and all those guys in there are Russian. And
Where
like
is this?
this just a barber shop.
Wow, stolen valor. It's in our neighborhood.
But it's all Russian. Then they're great guys, but they were worried that people were going to be like, "Oh, Russian, like fuck that, like Ukraine for life."
You think it was that, or do you think it's that they know we will tip them better because they're from Ukraine and the sympathy for Ukraine is a currency?
I bet it's a combination of those things. Like they don't want the and there's no downside for them to claim Ukrainian because our dumbasses have no idea what the difference is.
But your way is less sinister to me. And I assumed it was because they were trying to take advantage of that.
oh, I thought it was because they thought that everybody in
Would hate them.
Brooklyn would be like, Ukraine for fucking ever. These colors don't bleed.
Damn.
Kneel for the anthem, stand for the Ukraine one.
Mhm.
Facts.
That's your fucking generation.
Is Ukraine the one that has the long ass national anthem? It's like 5 minutes long.
I don't know. I remember
Yes, that's the one.
No, don't they have the longest national anthem?
If they do, then I will eat my hat on that comment.
Ukraine longest national anthem. Will he be eating a hat? Stay tuned.
I'll eat that Sod Tao hat. How do you say it?
Now it's Greece.
No hat for you.
No hat for me today. How do you say Sod Tao? Is it Soda Toe?
Soda toe.
Hmm.
I think it doesn't stand for suck our dick to all of our enemies.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good acronym.
I know.
Yeah.
Don't tread on me and shit.
Mm-hmm.
What time is it?
5:11.
We would go.
Watch this video of R. Kelly before we go.
He looks like a comic boss. Like he
He's
looks
smoking a fucking.
That looks like a cigar that's going to explode in his face and
Yeah.
someone's
I
going to
know.
laugh at it.
Like,
But it's not even like the actual like cigar parts. It's like the wrap is so thick. Why is the?
He jokes on it.
It's like this thick.
That is.
But the wrap is like
you
an
have to
inch
like
thick.
sucking dick to
Sure
smoke
do.
a cigar like that.
That can't be enjoyable.
No way, Jose.
You literally have to wrap your mouth around it like you're sucking a
Yeah,
dick.
100%.
That's why I like a nice tiny.
Nice Cheyenne.
Mm.
You guys ever smoked a Cheyenne, like a cherry Cheyenne?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Oh, those
No.
are fun.
TBH.
They're
Don't
little
know
tiny. They're like cigars. They're the size of cigarettes.
Oh, that sounds fun.
They are. They
Mm.
taste good as hell.
But cigarillos.
Cigarillos?
I like
Diego,
one.
do you know those?
Cigarillos?
I was just figuring from
Diego's from New
your
Jersey.
whole heritage thing.
You fucking asshole.
Okay.
A cigarillos.
Yeah, I thought maybe you might have familiarity with that.
No, New Jersey. He's a Jersey boy.
No, cigarillos.
What is that?
It's not a
You
cigarette.
tell me, my friend.
It's a
That's why
cigarillo.
I'm coming
It's
to
not a
you.
cigarillo.
Cigarillo.
Cigarillo. Since when did the double L make a L sound? It's a EO.
Yeah, EO.
Cigarillo.
Real.
There you go. See,
Like a
I knew you had
paella.
it. Yeah. I
These
think
are
they're the
Cheyennes.
small cigars. Cigarillos.
These are Cheyennes.
Cheyennes
They're
look like- just like
good
cigs.
as
Cigarillos.
hell.
Someone look up cigarillos.
It's cigarillo.
See whether or not Diego's parents boofed them over the border.
Cigarillos.
It's the only way to keep them dry when you're crossing the Rio Grande.
Like a black and mild?
It looks like a blunt wrap.
No, that's a black stone.
Is that not a? Is that a cigarillo?
I think it's all. I think they're all. I think it's just like a type of cigar, right? And it's like black and mild, Swisher
Yeah, I think
Swedes,
you're-
backwoods,
And I
black
think
stones.
cigarillo is how you say it in American.
What is
And
this?
cigarillo.
What is this you're seeing here?
This is a cigarette. Well, yeah, it's just saying all the different types.
Which
of
one's the
cigarettes.
cigarillo?
The long one that says.
Is it long and thin?
Yes,
Yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
okay.
like a black and mild.
Okay.
And then you
Cigarillo.
got Dutch
Cigarillo.
Masters,
Mhm.
Phillies.
They're pretty small.
Sweet. Do you
Black
do you like
Stones.
cigars? I could see you liking a
I
cigar.
love cigars.
Do you actually? No,
Yeah.
I'm not. Nothing you say is
No,
real.
I do. I used to smoke cigars a lot.
Really?
Yeah, and then I got
Back in 9/11,
Like
then
high school?
9/11 hit.
What?
Couldn't
Like high
bear
school?
the sight of the
yeah.
smoke.
Then I used to smoke tobacco a lot in high school. I used to smoke a lot of
Used
cigarillos.
to Smoke two of them at a time, parallel to each other, to
Yeah.
remember the
But
towers.
then me and Mook had a little bit of a phase where we were smoking cigars at the end of weekends a lot, and then I felt sick after, and we never did it again.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Last day in Africa, I sat around the fire and smoked a cigar. Looked deeply into the fire.
That's sick.
Just had a room full, of cigars.
I get like hungover from cigars though.
Well, you got to go with the more mild ones. There's such a difference in terms of the mouth lingering chimney thing when you go with a more mild cigar versus like a really noxious,
Yeah,
toxic one.
I think it was not this year's, 2 years ago for 4th of July. I smoked a cigar with my cousin's boyfriend, and I smoked a full cigar.
Your cousin's gay?
And then I woke up the next day and I was sick as hell. Sick as fuck.
Yeah, that's nasty. That's a nasty feeling. You need the light ones.
Yep.
Light
Me and
ones are
Mook
the
went
way.
to a cigar lounge in Phoenix, right next
Dude, there's
to
a
House of
cigar
Comedy.
lounge next door here.
I would do that.
Is that even a thing?
I would
There's only
do
two
that.
bars.
That was right there.
I would do cigar lounge.
And
Yeah.
you get the
Sounds fun.
torches.
Yeah,
You
the
get a
butane.
get a Guinness
Yeah. Ooh.
or a whiskey.
When's your half birthday? It should be coming up
Ooh.
soon.
Whiskey? I don't know.
We got to go out for your half birthday.
Yeah, birthday.
No, we're all April guys.
Oh wow, that's right. I'm end of March.
Oh, fuck.
We're all pretty close.
Yep.
Pretty close. I
Beginning
forgot.
of April into March.
That's
late
son of a
April.
boy dad.
And
All
that's son of a boy
See
dad.
you
Go
guys
get
next
your
week.
car, brother.
I shall.
Goodbye.
I was kind of kidding, but are we done? I guess we're done. Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, that was fun. That flew by.